Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call this Redevelopment Agency meeting of January 5th, 2011 to order. This meeting has been properly noticed and posted in compliance with the open meeting law. This time we'd like to excuse the mayor and our city manager who's upstairs making a very important phone call for the city. They will be here shortly. These proceedings are being presented live on KCLV Cable Channel 2 and are closed captioned for our hearing impaired viewers. The Redevelopment Agency meeting, as well as all other KCLV programming, can be viewed on the city's website at www.kclv.tv. The proceedings will be rebroadcast on KCLV Channel 2 and the web the Wednesday of the meeting at 8 p.m. and also on Friday at 4 a.m., Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 7 a.m., and the following Monday at 1 p.m. The mayor always makes this announcement. This building is protected by the state-of-the-art fire detection and suppression sprinkler system. If alarm should activate during today's meeting, please evacuate using the exits. Once outside, assemble on the Las Vegas Boulevard side of the property. Employees wearing safety vests of our city marshals will inform you when it is safe to re-enter the building. We are in compliance with the open meeting law. Our third item today is it's RA 18-2010, advance item. It's a public hearing and possible action regarding a resolution authorizing a medium-term loan in the amount not to exceed $15 million for the purpose. That's $15 million for the purpose of refunding the existing medium-term obligation in the form of an inter-fund loan from the Sanitation Enterprise Fund of the City of Las Vegas, Capital Improvements Fund of the City, the project, and authorizing the officer of the city of the agency to execute documents related thereto and forward materials to the Department of Taxation. This is in Ward 3. Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Mayor and Council. Candy Falder, Acting Director of Finance. This morning we're seeking authorization for the RDA to issue medium-term obligation to refund existing interfund loan between Sanitation and Capital Projects Fund. Once we get your authorization up to $15 million, that debt, which was originally intended to be RDA, will be properly placed. The funds are being used for capital projects, the museum, and some Symphony Park projects. Are there any questions?
Are there any questions of Candy?
Yes, Mayor Pro Tem.
Please.
Candy, if you just explain for the listening audience as far as the $15 million, why in fact we transferred it and why we're transferring it back, a little bit more detail, that would be helpful.
Yes, Councilman. It was our intent originally to have this as redevelopment agency debt. When we first issued the interfund loan, it was between Sanitation, and we took it directly to the Capital Project Fund that would be constructing the project. This issuance allows us to refund that we made so that we could correctly point it and put it on the redevelopment agency's books as their obligation, that they will be repaying the debt, the redevelopment agency, because those projects are clearly redevelopment projects.
Thank you for that clarification. Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem.
You bet. Any other questions? Hearing none, we'll close the public. Anyone from the public wishes to speak on this item? Seeing no one, will close the public hearing. I would make a motion to follow staff's recommendation for approval of this item. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, cast your vote, please. Please post. Motion carries. Our next item is citizen participation. Public comments during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the redevelopment agency. No subject may be acted upon by the redevelopment agency unless that subject is on the agenda and is scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, come to the podium and give your name for the record. The amount of discussion or any single subject, as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed, may be limited. Yes, sir.
Stan Washington. Thank you, Councilman Reese. I have been told that Your Honor would not be at this session here, and I do concur with your decision to show the presentation at the citizen participation this afternoon, so we'll return with that at that particular time. Right?
Thank you very much. Mr. Hodges, please.
Good morning. My name is Anthony Hodges. I live 123 Sir David. I'm just here to talk about I'm kind of glad to be here in the year 2011. The number 11 is very powerful even in the foundation of this nation. And the whole world depends on 11. Whoever invented the dice used 11 is one of the winning. It's the only one outside the 3 7s, whatever. But getting back to 11, you got 7/11, then you got November 11, which is Veterans Day, 11th of November, whatever. All I'm trying to say is that you have the century, the 11th century. When you look at the number 11, it's quite powerful. And somebody said 80 years ago, in 1931, and this year makes 80 years. I don't know what that's got to do with anything. But I do know that 11 is very important in our lives. The November is the 11th month, and that's when this nation has its elections. It's major elections every two years. President and all that kind of stuff every 4, and then your regular governments every 2, so forth. All I'm saying is, but it's always in November, and November is the 11th month. That's all I got to say today is that let's all be thankful that we live in a great nation that has enough respect for the number 11. And I know 9/11 wasn't a very good time, but at least the day was 11. So all I'm saying, let's wear 11 with a great deal of respect. We're starting a new year, but it's a very important year. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Good morning. Dennis Larson from the Key Foundation. We're a nonprofit veterans group that operates scattered housing around the city and a Jobs for Veterans program right down at 8th Street in Washington. And I know that part of the downtown development concern, of course, is always the homeless people. And a couple things just to give you guys some thoughts for planning. We have dealt with the chronic very heavily over the last 2 years, which has always been a problem. But what I'm experiencing and what I find fellow agencies that work in this area are first-time homeless people. We are really being inundated with that, and we're in the same position everybody is. Right now, things are very, very tight, so it's hard to deal with that. But we have kind of neglected that in our downtown thrust, and it's very important to do the chronic. Incidentally, kudos to the work that's being done by the Downtown Area Command, bringing us all together and having us work better together to face this year up. But the pure fact of the matter is that the leftover residual of this last year of toughness between the unemployment and the repossessions have really thrust a lot of new first-timers into this homeless market. And that is a concern that I think we need to put on the agenda for whatever we're going to do downtown this year, is to handle some of that. And then I don't know, I never hardly see us consider the addition of the state of Nevada. And remember, the state of Nevada provides a veteran-specific representative at every one of their agencies. There's one down at our place at 8th Street in Washington during the week. And then they do a heck of a job of helping some of these guys get out of this down there at 8th Street with less than grace to at least get out and get some part-time work and maybe buy a sheriff's card or do whatever they have to do. So whatever planning we do for this next year, there's a couple things I'd like to have you guys consider. One of them is addressing the first-timers. And secondly is to bring the groups together like they're doing, keep us working together. Because the more we help each other, the more we can accomplish. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Collins?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem and the City Council people, Mr. Barlow, you're my councilman. Happy New Year's to you. And to each and every one of you, I don't have that much to say. This is a new year, and we are expecting new things, and we appreciate the work that you all have done. It's never easy being a public figure. So, you sit here and you listen to a lot of what we have to say without saying anything, without developing an attitude. And so that's always good, and thankful that you have the potential to just listen to what we have to say, because just like the gentleman just left, people are concerned about their situation. What we intend to do, and as you know, I brought my USO package with me because I was at the Veterans when we had the new dedication at the airport. So I think that the little that I can do is give some of those individuals, some men's and women's jobs. And we're going to be looking forward to hiring a lot of veterans this coming year. So I just want them to know, and I want you all to know that, we've been kind of fortunate that we're going to put, by the grace of God, we're going to put some of them to work. And I just want to thank you guys.
Thank you, sir.
Bonjour, bon matin, je m'appelle Teddy Russell Sank. Good morning, good day. I wanted to thank you all for your constant service. Unfortunately, I have unpleasant news. I did have a coronary infarction on Christmas Day when Las Vegas Fire and Rescue got to me. When the blue and white ambulance got to me, I had no pulse. I spent 1 week at Valley Hospital. I declare the goodness of God that I feel better than ever before. And not only that, the arthritis which I suffered with for 30 years is gone. It's a great day in Las Vegas. Thank you very much, and have a good day.
Thank you.
Yes, Juanita Clark on behalf of Charleston Neighborhood Preservation. And it's good to be here in the new year, and it's good to see y'all. I hope the mayor's okay. Okay, because I'm looking forward to that talk. I have our comment does not come from Charleston Neighborhood Preservation. However, this is some comments, and it's about the comment that I guess you just passed before I got here. So I will go ahead. We will go ahead and read it anyway. This is from Richard Holder. It was a letter to the editor. He refers to the back page of the Nevada section, which featured an article with the city dedicating the first of 3 solar carports. And it stated that the 3 carports will have a lifetime of 30 years and would cost $1.3 million, with all funding coming from a HUD grant and an NV Energy rebate check. It also stated that the 3 projects would cut energy costs by about $28,000 per year. Dividing $1.3 million by $28,000 shows that he projects that the projects will pay for themselves in 46.43 years. 46 years versus 30-year lifetime. I am glad HUD and NV Energy invested in this project, and it wasn't our money. Oops, it was our money. HUD gets money from our taxes and NV Energy from our electric bills. I am sure further analysis would show that wasting money in a lasting investment is not generating jobs or saving the environment when other external factors are considered. For example, ethanol production. Who in the real business world would buy and install these solar panels? And that's the end of it. But we do see that these are government projects, and of course, government projects, we know where their funding comes from, and that if you know that already, most likely, but anyway, give further analysis if further action is taken, like was probably already done this morning. Thank you.
Thank you.
And welcome back, Councilwoman. We've missed you.
Anyone else wish to speak under citizen participation? Seeing no one, we'll close citizen participation. We'll go on to our next item. Is there any member of the Redevelopment Agency who wishes to speak on this portion of the agenda? Council members? Seeing no one, this Redevelopment Agency will be adjourned, and we will start our City Council meeting at 9 a.m. Thank you very much.